July 1st, 2023. This is the WNBA Lean Show. I'm Brian. Thanks for joining me. We're back for another exciting selection on the WNBA. It's Saturday, July 1st. Last night we had the Atlanta Dream. They did win that game outright. We knew we had them. We felt like we had them, right? The game before we did not have them. But we had them last night. Hopefully you won some money. We're back in action today. Got two games on the slate. Gonna touch on one. Gonna make a lean on the other. Whatever you do, look, let's put it this way. If you're watching this and you don't like what I'm saying, cool, toss that shit out. Doesn't matter, okay? Here's what we're going to do. Looking at something on my phone right there. Don't worry about that. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to look at these games real quick, okay? So you got the UConn Sun coming in to play the Aces. Now, I didn't look too deep in this game. Reason I didn't, why? Because UConn has one of their players out, a very good player, so that gives them a real disadvantage. Now, they have covered the last couple of times that they've played the Aces, but I didn't look too deep in this. This is in Las Vegas. Aces favored by 11.5. If you play the Aces tonight or the Sun, good luck to you. I'm not messing around with that game. I am, however, going to give you my opinion on the Minnesota Lynx and the Phoenix Mercury. Mercury favored in this game by 2, okay? So bear with me while I go through a couple of things here. Obviously, the Mercury couldn't win a game to save their lives. They lost 2-4-6, 2-4-6 in a row before they beat the Indiana Fever. And the Indiana Fever were coming off a tough 2-game stretch against the Aces, where they played the Aces close. They wind up blowing out the Fever. So now, guess what? Bettors like the Mercury, right? Probably, right? Okay. But it lines at 2. The Lynx come off of 2 wins off the Seattle Storm. They beat Seattle in Minnesota, and they beat Seattle in Seattle. Now they go into Phoenix. They're still on the road. It was an overtime game they played. They did beat the Storm by 2 in that overtime game. Here's what I'm going to tell you about this real quick before we get to the lean. These two teams, they played a lot, okay? Bear with me here. One second. They've played a lot, and Minnesota has dominated this series. They've won 6 of the last 7. Minnesota has. Phoenix did beat them on the 25th of May this year in Phoenix. So same situation. They beat them by 8. They were favored by 5. Why wouldn't they win today again when they're favored by 2? Well, especially after coming off a blowout win against the Fever, people will probably be on the Mercury today. However, I'm going to look at the trends. I'm going to look long term. I'm going to tell you that I saw some possibilities in the numbers to where the Lynx are going to come out on top of this. So here's what I'm going to say. Lean Minnesota Lynx plus the 2. Tough game to handicap, tough game to bet. Look, a lot of these games are tough to bet. Really tough to stomach. If a game starts and you do really well and then in the third quarter you get blown out, that really sucks, right? Or if you play the first quarter, you get blown out, then that sucks. Just talking right now. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate that. Minnesota Lynx plus the 2 points is the lean. Good luck whatever you do. I'll see you next time.